welcome to PLK Computers or YouTube channel. My dear students, in this tutorial video we are going to discuss about for next loop. So for next loop we use maximum in our QBASIC programming, and the reason is it is so simple to use in comparison to while and do loop. So let's begin the class. So my dear students, this for next purpose is to execute a series of instruction the given number of time. It means if we have to repeat any item more than one time, at that time we prefer for next loop. In for next loop you must establish a counter variable and specify the range of values, that is start value to final value. It means in for loop there will be three component. Okay, so counter, when we start counter, from which value it will be initialized, start, final value, and what is its increment, decrement, increase or decrease. In middle there will be block of statement, then there will be counter. For example, if we have to print from 1 to 10, it means start value is 1, final value is 10, and it is increasing by 1. Okay students, so counter will be 1, next time it will be 2, 3, okay, accordingly. So I am writing dot dot, accordingly it will come, my dear students. And printing value is here 1, 2, 3. So you can look, students, the counter and printing item is same, similarly it will go. Okay, so similarly 3, 4, it will up to 10. So what is the relation? Both are similar. It means if we print the same variable, suppose if we say counter as I, then we can print the same value. Okay, because it is same, so it means we can print I. Okay, so if you want to write the program for this, what it will be, CLS for I equal to start value 1, final value 10, step is increased by, if you write 1 or plus 1, both are similar, it will not make any difference, my dear students. Now if we talk about printing, so printing matter is same, so print I. Okay, so here without any symbol we can use, or we can either use semicolon or comma. What will be difference, I will show in while running the QBASIC. Now next I, our program will be end. So now I am going to run the code, my dear students. Here CLS for I equal to 1 to 10, step 1, printing item is I am using here semicolon, next I, and program terminated by end. Now when we run the code, okay students, you can look here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if we will not write also this step, automatically it will increase by 1, but writing is the good process. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So coming here, similarly if you write step plus 1 also, our result will be similar one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in this way we can write the program. Okay, my dear students, some rule you have to remember. Okay, so you can look here. Always write for a statement at the top and next at the bottom of the structure. Okay, so at first it will be for loop. You can look here. So for at top, next at bottom. Number 2, the counter variable or control variable is a numeric variable that controls the variable of repetition. Okay, so this counter I first time started by 1, second time counter value will be 2, 3, accordingly it will go up to final value 10. When the after 10 it will come 11, so condition will be false, so this loop will stop to work. So the optional step clauses specify the step value by which the counter variable will increase or decrease after each repetition. Okay, so I told this is the optional, okay, step. So when you have to increase by 1, so if you will write step 1 or not, it will not make any difference because it is optional. But when we have to decrease the value by -1 or increase by +2, at that time step will be compulsory, which we are writing in 5 number. So loop does not work if the initial value is bigger than the final value and the step is missing. It means if we have to do the decreasing order, then there must be step. Number 4, repetition in for next does not take place in either of the following situation. So first situation, if the start value is less than the final value and the step is negative. For example, in this case, if step is negative, it will not work. You can try by yourself, students. So remember, when start value is smaller, final value bigger, the step must be positive. If the start value is greater than the end value and the step is positive. So if start value is bigger one and final value is smaller, at that time it must be negative. If it is positive, it will not work. Okay, for example, what does it mean? Suppose start value 10, bigger is stop value 1, but if step is positive, it will not work, my dear student. You can look. So here nothing is coming. Okay, that's why when the start value is bigger, final value is small, at that time this step must be negative. Okay, in this way we are getting here 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In this way we are doing. Okay, my dear students, now I will suggest you to stop the video and try to solve these 4 questions, and after the completion you can match the answer with me. So now I am going to explain them one by one. Okay, so first question is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, so start by always counter 1. Okay, so 1, final value up to 10 term increase by +1. Counter will be 1, 2, 3. Okay, dot. Accordingly it will work. Printing value is here 10, 9, 8, 7. In this way it is coming. Okay, so counter and printing value is different. Okay, so at that time we will suppose one variable a 10. It means we have to print a, but next time value of print is 10, 9. What is the relation? It is decreasing by 1. Similarly, 9 minus 1, 8, 8 minus 1, 7. In this way. Okay, so while writing we can write student like this. So we'll initialize a equal to 10. We'll use the counter. So 1 to 10, step is 1. Then print a, semicolon, Okay, so this is word, so grammatically it will be like this. And next we have to decrease the value of a by 1. Next I int. Now I am going to run the code. So step here is, my dear student, this is also one step, so by 10 to it will be 1. So in this way also we can do it. Okay, but we don't know, suppose if you don't know the final value, then this approach will be okay. So start value 1 up to 10. So start value is small, final value big, so steps must be positive. If you write 1 or +1, both will result similar one. Okay, and we have to initialize one variable a equal to 10 here, and we will print a, decrease the value by 1. So when we run the code, my dear students, okay, so we are getting 10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. In this way we can do the questions. Okay, my dear students, at first value is printed, then only it is decreased. Okay, so remember, first to decrease or to print, so these things, yeah, it will matter, so keep in mind these things. Okay, now we'll go for the next question, B number. My dear student, here also 1 2 3 item. Okay, so start by 1, final value 10, increase by +1. Counter will be 1 2 3 4, accordingly it will be dot dot dot. I am writing here. Okay, so next line I will write dot 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 dot. In this way it will work. Printing item, so you can look here, 1 4 9 16 25, accordingly it is coming. So what is the relation? So this is 1 square 1. Okay, if we suppose counter this I, okay, so it means we have to use I square. Similarly 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. Okay, so how to write this program code? So CLS okay, for I equal to start value 1, final value step is 1, here increase by 1, printing value is I square. Next I int. Now let's run the code. So this we don't need, equal to 10 we don't need, so print here it will be I square. This decreasing also we don't need, so if we run the code, okay students, so we can look here, 1 square, 2 square, 3 4 square, 5 square, 6 7 8, so individual up to 10 square we are getting. It means we are getting the result. One more thing I want to, so if we are keeping here semicolon, so one after another item it is coming. Okay, suppose if we put here comma, what will be? It will be printed to next zone. It means it will have, okay, so 1 4 9 16 25. Okay, now 36 49 64 81 and 100. In this way it is coming. If we put comma, it will print in next zone. If we don't write anything after print, so it will come in the horizontally different line. Okay, so horizontally 1 4 9, so different line we can look. So there are 3 types of printing: without any symbol, with comma, and with semicolon. Okay, so we will come to this question number 3. Here also counter 1 2 3 4. Okay, in this way it is coming. So 1, final value 10, increase by +1. Counter will be same students, 1 2 3 4 dot dot dot. In this way it will come. Printing item is here 5 7 10 14 19 in this way. Okay students, so what is the relation? Okay, so if we look the example, so some value, okay, in first value increase by 1, second by 2, plus 3, plus 4. Okay, so 5 plus 2 7, 7 plus 3 10, 10 plus 4 14, it will be 5. So 14 plus 5 19. In this way it is increasing. It means A is increased by 1. Next time A equal to A plus 2, but this changing value 1 2. Next time A equal to A plus 3, A equal to A plus 4. In this way it is coming. My dear student, counter we will suppose one variable I. It means this 1 2 3 4, so we can change this by I. Okay, now tell me student, by how much value if we add 1, it will be 5. It means if we initialize A equal to 4, then it will be 4 plus 1 5, then it will work. Okay, so while writing program CLS, now check what we have to assign. A equal to 4. Loop will work from 1 to 10. Step is 1. Now we have to perform this action, then only print we have to do. So A equal to A plus I, then we will print A, next I. Okay, so we write here int. In this way we can write. Now let's run the code. My dear student, here we have to initialize one variable A equal to 4. Before printing A, what we have to do? We have to A equal to A plus I. By I we have to increase the value. Now I am going to run the code. Okay, we can look here 5 7 10 14 19 25. Each time it is increased by I. So 4 plus 1 5, 5 plus 2 7, 7 plus 3 10, 10 plus 4 14 plus 5 19 plus 6 25 plus 7 32 plus 8 40 plus 9 49 plus 10. Okay, in this way we are getting 5 7 10 14 accordingly up to 10 digit. You can count student here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 item is printed. Okay, so hope you are understanding. So was the full video. So this is for the last question. Okay students, so 99 97 up to 10 term we have to go. Okay, so start value 1, final value 10. Step by it will increase by like 1 2 3. Okay, so counter is 1 2 3 4. Accordingly similarly it will work. Okay, printing item first time 99, second time 97 95 93 91. Accordingly it is coming. Okay, so there is no direct relation between this one, but we can assume if we suppose A equal to 99, it means here we are printing A. Next time value decrease by 2, so A equal to A minus 2. Similarly, 97 minus 2, 95. 95 minus 2, 93. Accordingly, it is coming. Okay, so to write this code CLS, we have to assume. Okay, while we assume, because we don't know the final value, so counter for I equal to 1 to 10, step is increased by 1 or plus 1. Now print A, but before next we have to decrease value by 2. Next I in. Okay, let's run the code. So we have to initialize A by 99, but printing is before, so you can look in answer in Word. After printing, we have to decrease value of A by 2. Okay, so when we run the code, okay student, so you can look here: 99, 97, 95, 93, 91, 89, 87, 85, 83, 81. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it is coming like this, 10. Okay, so in this way we can do the question. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe and press the bell icon for the latest video notification. Thank you.